Hi you guys. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is kind of a, I guess, plan with me video of sorts. I'm not going to be going through a digital planner, but I do have a reading journal that I have been kind of utilizing throughout the month of January. And I wanted to take you through a flip through of that in addition to a flip through of February and what that is going to look like. A little bit of backstory, I did try to utilize a bullet journal back in 2019, I think it was, and it went horribly. But with my iPad that I received as a gift, I figured that it would be a good opportunity to try digital bullet journaling again. So this is a 2020 iPad. It's the 11-inch screen, and it has been working out wonderfully for me. I really do love it. The apps that I utilize the most have been GoodNotes and Procreate, which are down here. Also, please forgive my janky nails. I work retail and constantly washing them, and hand sanitizer. They're in really rough shape, and I didn't feel like doing them before this video, so sorry. But let's just start out by doing the January flip through, and then we'll import February, or export and then import February. So let's go to my cover. And this cover is just a collage cover of some Bookstagram photos that I created. So this was a page that I created in Procreate. I've really enjoyed the process of kind of creating and, just in general, what that looks like. It's been a very relaxing experience. This was a reference page that I made for when I went through to do my best of horror video for my 2020 wrap-ups. Same thing for best of everything else. Same thing for the worst of 2020. So again, all of these pages were created in Procreate. I plan to have a different theme for each month. You guys will see that when we get to February. 2020 statistics, just some notes that I made in my terrible handwriting, which is also very crooked now that I'm looking at it. So this is a project that I am also currently working on. It's a year of recommendations. I asked a group of friends for recommendations that I wanted them to give me of books that they loved for the year, and this is the list that we came up with. I have so far completed 2 of these books, and I am in the middle of a 3rd right now, so we are in good shape for that. This is the calendar page that I created, which is really just going to be more along the lines of like YouTube things versus actual planning. You can zoom in. Days that I had planned on doing videos, some of these did not come to fruition because of my work schedule. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. We're trying to find a sense of normalcy. So this was a mood tracker that I created, and I dropped the ball on this super hard. I don't know that this is something that I'm going to continue to do for the month of February. It seems like a really good idea in theory, but I'm terrible at remembering to update it. Hence why today is actually February 1st, and you can see that half of January is still not filled out. Same thing with this habit tracker. Again, I liked the idea of doing this, but after this first month, I can just tell that this is something that I'm not going to remember to do, so I'll probably nix them from the pages for February. Now we get into the actual page spread for January to track my reading. So the template for this page I got from a book journal on Etsy. And I took that page and I imported it into Procreate and then kind of created the page that I wanted, or I took the grid, I should say. And then I created the page that I wanted from there. So you can see that each of these books are highlighted a different color, like the box that they're in is in a different color because I just duplicated the page here. And the reason that that is in different colors is because this is my page tracker for the month. You can see that I still haven't filled in the 30th and the 31st. We'll get there because I have to do math to figure out how many pages I read. So one of my goals was to read at least 50 pages a day, and I'm happy to report that I did actually do that. So that's pretty cool. New releases for the month of January that I was interested in. And then we had the book review template. So I took the book review page out of, again, one of those like Etsy journals that I found. And again, imported that into Procreate and just created the page that I wanted to create. Hopefully you're not reading the actual text on the screen because my thoughts are all over the place. So favorite parts of the book and then trigger warnings as well. And that is pretty much the rest of the January spread. You can see that I managed to read a good bit. There's a couple more books that I need to go through and do like trigger warnings and fill in a couple other things. And then I actually have to do my physical wrap-up page. So that's the end of the notebook for right now. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna go into Procreate. But I went ahead and created templates for each of the months and just plan on going in and actually creating what I want to create. So here is February. I have already gone through and like done all the stamping and stuff that I wanted to do. So here we're gonna select. And we are going to share. We're gonna share it as a PDF. We're going to go back into Procreate and we are going to go in here and we are going to import. Let's go back here, journals, and let's see if I can remember my alphabet. I created kind of this like star and moon pattern. I don't know, it felt like the right thing to do. I've been really obsessed with the moon lately. So again, it just felt like the right thing to do. Next, I went through and I created like the mandala mood tracker. But again, I'm not 100% sure if this is gonna stay in here. I am very undecided on that. Same thing with the habit tracker, and I don't even like the way that most of this turned out. Like this watercolor stamp that I used, just I'm not really a huge fan the more that I look at it. So I'm probably gonna nix this. I can live with this, but the rest of this, not so much. So again, with the February author genre format length, blah, blah, blah. Our page grid and our book review, I just duplicate these as I need it. Video ideas, new releases, and then our wrap up page. The video ideas and new releases actually need to move, so let's go in and do that. So let's go up here because I actually did start a new book, but I didn't finish it, and that's okay. So we're going to come in here and so one of the things that I do want to point out that I do whenever I do this, if you see here where it says that it's an audiobook, yeah, it's an audiobook and it's 5.5 hours. However, that does equate to pages, right? So what I do is I take the amount of Kindle pages from the book and then I kind of divide like the percentage of that book. So the way that I do it is this. Let's say 4 hours. I listen to 1 hour in a day. That's going to be 25%. Whoops. So 192 times 0.25 is 48 pages. So then I would come in here and fill out 48 pages if that were the case. So I'm gonna have to check before I can fill that in, but we can come in here and we can do some coloring. We love coloring. Is that the right? Nope, that's not even the right color. is my wrap up. Felix Ever After and Cemetery Boys being my 2 favorite books of the month, although I read some really, really great books. Yeah, so that is my reading journal thing. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this something that you guys would like to see more of? Something a little bit out of the ordinary. Also, would you guys like to see my like Procreate setup through March, like actually going into March and creating those spreads with the, like creating those spreads with the watercolor brushes and all that good stuff? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Obviously, this is sort of a sneak peek to my wrap up for the month, but you guys will wait to hear my thoughts through all of that. Yeah, just let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.